Well, Stephen and Cheryl Dunn go to the same church I go to, and so does Misty Blahuda, and she highly recommended y'all. And who else do I know? Doogie Graham also highly recommended. So I guess I knew some folks who highly recommended the place. Well, I guess I first came in for Pilates because I had done Pilates sort of way back when, before having babies, and really loved it. And it had been a long time, and I was really ready to get back into it. But then I did the Pilates classes for a little bit, and had well, I guess in the summertime I had an issue in my knee and hip that was acting up, and it wasn't till I guess November that finally I said, okay, I need to talk to Stephen Dunn, the physical therapist, to see about that, because I'm definitely the type that says, okay, well, I've got this intense pain and I'll just ignore it and hope it'll go away. Of course it doesn't.
So common.
Right? And so, but I had this motivation, which was that we had booked a ski trip in March, and I really love to snow ski a lot, but because we live in Texas, you know, there's not much snow around here, so we don't do it that often. And so it's sort of this really special treat. And in November, my husband looked at me hobbling up and down the stairs like I was 85 years old or something because of this intense pain I had, and he said, "Are you gonna be able to ski?" And I said, "Oh man, that'll really suck if I can't ski this year, because it'll be a few more years before I get another opportunity." So that motivated me to finally come in and say, I need to get this looked at and figure out what's going on. Yeah, I mean, it was that I couldn't go up and down the stairs.
That's right.
I had started doing this funny thing when I went up and down the stairs, where I would turn to the side and drop one foot down with a straight leg, and then bring the other foot down and then drop another. So that way, because I felt this intense pain in my hip and my knee when I put pressure on my foot when the leg was bent. And so I figured out a way to kind of go down the stairs sideways with a straight leg each time I dropped it down. And that just wasn't, I mean, it took me forever to get up and down the stairs, and I couldn't carry anything up and down the stairs, and it wasn't working.
And what did you do on the days you went to the grocery?
Well, our house had a split level entry, and so I would, instead of parking the car down in the driveway where I normally would park it, which meant I would have to carry the groceries up all of the stairs up to the kitchen, which is on the second floor. I would park out on the street so I could come in the front door and have fewer stairs to go up and down when I brought the groceries in. So yeah, I found lots of little ways to try to work around this pain that I was having. Yeah, I tried to ignore it and hope it would go away. That was my main thing, and it did not work.
I love it.
Years ago, I don't know if I ever told you this story. Years ago, I had done a little bit of physical therapy when, or actually it wasn't little, it was like 6 months of physical therapy, because I had a job where I worked at a desk all day long, and I had ended up with a pinched nerve in my right shoulder from sitting like that all the time, and never unfolding. And so I went to physical therapy for that a long time ago, and it was like I had to come into physical therapy like 2 or 3 times a week, and it was very difficult because, when you're working a full-time job, you don't have that much time to be going in so often, and it took months. And this was a very different experience here. So,
Excellent.
Your studio is awesome. I mean, it's like you remember that show from the 80s, Cheers? It's like Cheers for like a workout studio. You walk in and everybody smiles, and everybody's so friendly, and everybody's chatting, and it just makes it so that it's painless to come in and work out and do a class, because folks will chat and joke around during class, and you don't even. It's just so enjoyable. And what I really loved about the physical therapy piece of coming in here is that, should I say you or should I say Stephen?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, what I really loved about the physical therapy piece of coming in here is that Stephen really walked me through a series of exercises to do at home. So I didn't have to come in for a bazillion physical therapy appointments. It was really manageable, really doable. It wasn't like a huge imposition on our busy family schedule that I have. It was I came in for just enough sessions for him to figure out what the problem was and teach me the exercises that I need to do at home. And then as long as I was good about doing my homework and doing those exercises regularly at home, it started to work out and the pain started to go away. Awesome. Yes, absolutely. So my goal was to go on the ski trip at spring break and ski the mountain without pain. And man, I did it. It was awesome. It was really satisfying. I came in, I did the classes, I did the physical therapy work here, and then I thought enough of the homework that I was supposed to do at home and doing the exercises there. But I have to admit, driving out to Colorado, I still was like a little bit scared, like, oh man, what if what if it's hard? And that first day, just went out on the mountain that morning and skied those first few runs that morning, and it felt fantastic. Like, didn't have the pain in the knee, didn't have the pain in the hip, and I felt a lot stronger than I was expecting to feel. I was really surprised and impressed and thrilled that I was able to do that. So
awesome. And
should I tell a story?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
So the really cool thing was my physical therapist and Pilates teacher, one of the many amazing Pilates teachers here, were also happened to be on vacation skiing the same place that I was with my family. And so that morning when I went out to ski and everything was working so well and I was feeling so great, I was just singing their praises in my head. I was like, man, they are awesome because thanks to them I'm able to come out here and do this. And so at the end of the day, we went to pick up our kids from the kids ski school, and I ran into Cheryl Dunn, and so I was able to tell her right then and there just how incredibly happy I was with the results and how great it felt that morning and how grateful I was to her and Stephen for getting me up to a place where I could do that. So.
And that was the coolest part for us because we were there totally checked out from work.
Yeah.
And yet we get this incredibly positive feedback from all the work that we do. So we loved it. It was just really cool to have that experience right then and there and not have to wait till we got home to hear it. So that was something that was pretty awesome. Yeah. All right. Excellent.